Assalamu alaikum. Today I am going to give you an introduction to Google Drive, the main aspects of Google Drive, how you can use Google Drive, what are the purposes for which you can use Google Drive, and how different files on the drive can be shared. And I'm also going to give you a general perspective of a drive, and then we can relate it easily with the Google Drive. Let's first of all talk about the drive in general. What a drive in general is, you already have used it, but you do not know how to relate it with the Google Drive. You must have seen these drives in your computer. These are called local drives, the drives that are available locally on your computer. And if you want to store anything, you can store those files or folders or anything here in these folders, and these folders are called drives. Similarly, if we talk about Google Drive is also a service that is provided by Google for file storage service. If you want to store anything, you can store on Google Drive, on cloud, internet. What is the difference between these two is, let's first of all talk about the similarities between these two, and then we'll come to the differences between these two drives. But these two are actually drives. There are some differences in between these two. Let's have a look on it. Similarities between local drive and Google Drive. What are the similarities between the drive that you have been using, and in the similarities between this and the Google Drive? Both provide file storage service. Both can be used for storing files. Files can be deleted from here, files can be renamed, files can be moved and copied. Similarly, all these things can be done for in Google Drive also. You can save your files, you can delete your files, rename your files, move files, and copy files. All these functions are provided by Google Drive as well. Now let's talk about the differences between local drive and Google Drive. The differences between local drive and Google Drive are, with Google Drive you can share your files through internet. If you have internet, you can share your files also. For example, if you're storing your files locally on your local hard drive, local disk drives, you cannot share it until unless you have an internet connection. Here with Google Drive, you can share your files on the internet. You can access files from anywhere in the world. If, for example, you have saved anything on your Google Drive and you have moved from one computer to the other remotely in any area of the world, you just need to have a username and password to access that drive or the contents of the drive. You can back up your data on Google Drive. If you want to store your data somewhere else, for example, in some cases when your hard drive gets corrupted, all your data is lost, or Windows doesn't work, your data just gets lost, and it is very difficult to recover that data, and data is again a very important thing. So if you want to store your data in such a place so that you can access it from anywhere in the world or anytime you want, then you must store your data on Google Drive. You need a username and password to access the Google Drive, obviously. These are the differences between local drive and Google Drive. Achha, now let's come to how we can get started with Google Drive. What is the most important thing that we must have in order to start storing things on Google Drive? That only thing is a Gmail account. You only need a Gmail account, a Gmail username, the Gmail ID, the Gmail email address, all are the same things, and password. These things only are important or mandatory to use a Google Drive. If you have it, you can use a Google Drive very easily. The process is, just first of all go to www.google.com and then sign in sign into your account, and then click on this icon, these 9 squares. This is the icon for G Suite collection icon. When you click on it, you can see all the softwares, all the services provided by Google. When you click on it, you can see multiple software icons over here. There is a scroll bar as well. These are not just as many as you can see on the screen, there are a lot more. So you can just scroll down and find out some other Google softwares as well. But now at the moment we are working with Google Drive, so you just have to click on this drive icon. Acha, now let's have a quick look on what we are going to cover here. We are going to learn how to upload a file on Google Drive, how to organize files by creating folders, how to share your file with HFS Google Drive. These are the main things that you are going to do, and you must know how to do it. When you get logged in into a Gmail account and you go to Google Drive screen, this is the main screen that you can see. Now first of all, how to upload a file on Google Drive. So the first step is click on new, this button, and then when you click on this button, this menu appears, drop down menu appears, and you can select any options from here. But since we are going to upload a file, so we'll click on file upload option. Then this file upload dialog box appears. From here you can just locate the file where your file is. You just click on the file and then click on open. As soon as you click on open, you will find a file uploading on the bottom right corner of the screen. You will see a file is being uploaded over here. It will take a little time depending upon the size of the file, and then your file will be uploaded and you will be able to see your file in front of you. How to create folders? Just click on new again, and then folder, give a name to the folder, press create, click on create, and your folder will be uploaded. How to share your file? This is the most important thing. If you want to just keep your data private, and in some cases if you want to share your file, what can you do this? How can you do this? You just have to right click on the file, no matter what, if it is a file or a folder, the process will remain same. You just have to right click on that, and from the drop down menu you have to click on share button. When you click on share, this dialog box appears. Now the red circle, in this red circle box, you just have to add the email addresses of the people with whom you want to share your file. You can add as many addresses as you want, and then you have to give the permission whether you just want them to view the file or comment the file or just edit the file. You can give permissions from here, and you have to add a small message so that when they get an email that somebody has shared something with them, they have a message that what the purpose of the message is. And then after that you can click on send. There are other permissions also, like here get link, restricted, only people added can open with this link. If you have added people in the above box that I have already told you about, then if you send them the link, only those people that have already been added will be able to view or edit the file. But if you change this to anybody with the link can view the file, then the other people, those who have the link, can view the file. So this is all for today, and these are the main important things. So for example, if you want to share your files only with HFS, so what you are going to do, you just have to write down the email address of the HFS. I don't remember exactly the addresses. I think it's HFS classrooms gcampus@gmail.com. So you just have to write down the email address over here so that your file can be shared only with that specific person.